channel. Today I'm going to be talking about the top 5 essentials that you should have in nursing school. Before you start nursing school, you should go ahead, go out, get these things. I know it's that time of the year where everybody's just trying to get prepared for nursing school. Well, kinda. It's summertime, so I advise, hey, you do try to get prepared for nursing school. Try to get everything that you need beforehand, so when school actually starts, you don't have to worry about it. But again, today I'm talking about the top 5 things that I feel like every nursing student should have. So let's just go ahead and jump straight into the video. Okay, so number 1, and I've stressed this to y'all so much, organization is really going to be your best friend once you start nursing school. So my thing is, and what I'm advising to y'all is that you go ahead and get a planner. It doesn't have to be anything expensive. It doesn't have to be anything extravagant, but something to keep you organized. Whether it's an app on your phone, whether you go to the dollar store, pick up a planner. Y'all know me. I'm all about saving for the, look, we going for the cheap stuff, okay? So what I did is, actually, I didn't get this. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I didn't get this. My mom got this for me. And what I do is I put this in my study room on the desk. And it's just a super big calendar. So anything that I had like going on during the semester, I wrote it down. All my classes, I had wrote them down. Any assignments, a to-do list that I had, I wrote it down here. So that way, when I went there to study, I saw what needed to be done. And again, like I told y'all before so many times, your girl is all about color. So just to make sure that I keep up with everything, I would 9 times out of 10 write it in color. So number 1, get you a planner. You're gonna be good. Okay, so number 2, the number 2 thing kind of entails 2 things, but if you can't get one, it's okay to have the other, if that makes sense. So either a notebook that has lots of paper in it, because 9 times out of 10 you're gonna be writing a lot of notes. So a notebook or a laptop. So my thing is, when it's laptop versus notebook, they both have some pros and cons for both. So when you have a laptop, I write super slow. I type faster than I write. So when I go to class, I definitely like to have my laptop. But sometimes it's really good to write your notes out in pencil, so that way it sticks into your memory more. But again, if you can't even keep up with the lecture, there's no point, you know? So I have my laptop 9 times out of 10. The good thing with this is you don't have to keep up with all the paperwork. Like I told y'all on my last video, initially I was trying to keep up with binders, but it's just like I had so much paperwork, and it was like I was losing the notes that I was making. So I was like, oh, I'm just gonna stick with this. So a laptop or a notebook. The good thing with a notebook is, so let's just say you're sitting somewhere and your laptop isn't charged, or you're sitting in your car, not driving, but sitting in your car waiting for someone to, I don't know. Let's just say you're sitting in your car, not driving. You can easily pull out your notebook and, you know, review your notes, as if, you know, sometimes with a laptop, if you need internet connection, if you need, I don't know, a charge, it may not work. So you can have both, or you can have either or. You'll still be successful, I promise. Okay, and then the next thing that I have showed y'all so many times in my videos, is this NCLEX RN book. I don't feel like I really need to go in depth on it because I've talked about it so much. But one thing that I do want to point out that I haven't said is, with this book, there are like actual test questions in here that once you reviewed the material, you read it, and you want to test yourself on it, there are actual questions in this book. So, and also rationales. If you know nothing about rationales, so basically what that is just like a summary as to why that's the answer or why it's not the answer. And that really helps you. Rationales are also going to be your best friend in nursing school. So again, this NCLEX RN examination book, you can get it on Amazon. I will try to link it down below. I know in my previous videos where I've talked about this book, I haven't linked it, but I will definitely try to link it in this video. Again, this will be your best friend, and this will allow you to be successful in nursing school. Okay, so the previous 3 things that I've talked about are essential for your classroom experience. Now I'm going to go ahead and talk about the 2 major things that I feel like you need once you experience your clinical. Okay, so the first thing that I feel like you should have in your clinical experience, well, that I know you probably 9 times out of 10 are supposed to have, is, so every nursing school that I've seen, they've made their students wear white shoes. There are certain rules when it comes to wearing white shoes, and I know the number 1 rule is like the shoes can't be mesh. If y'all know, like in those Nike shoes, they have like a mesh, like majority of the shoe is mesh. So you have to think when you're purchasing a shoe, 1, you want comfort, of course, because you're gonna be on your feet, but 2, you also want something that's gonna like, it's gonna be easy to clean it. So let's just say you get blood or any type of liquid on your shoe. You don't want it to like stain your shoe. You definitely get a shoe that is going to be easy to clean. The shoes that I have, let me tell y'all, I had to break them in at first, of course, like any other shoe. But these I got, I think, my first semester of nursing school, and I've used them ever since. Nothing fancy, okay? Skechers, they're comfortable. They have like this foam thing inside of them. I'm not going to clinicals to impress anybody, to look good for anybody. These get the job done. I don't care if Skechers or not. I don't feel like I need Nikes or, I don't know. They get the job done, so I highly recommend these Skechers. I don't know the exact name. Let me see. Skechers Ghost Step. They look like this. On here it looks like they're mesh, but like I don't know if this is the wrong box, but they're not mesh. They definitely have like this material that if I were to spill anything on it, it's easy to wipe it off because it's been done before, trust me. Okay, and then the next and final thing that I highly recommend, that I don't know how you would get through nursing school without it, is your stethoscope. So the thing with this is, I'm not going to sit here and tell y'all, oh, go out and get the most expensive Littman or like the most expensive top of the line stethoscope. No, it's not even necessary. So when I first started nursing school, I was absolutely okay with the stethoscope that the school provided to me. And like our little clinical bag that we had to get, it already came with a stethoscope. But if y'all remember, for those of you who've been around with me for a while, in one of my vlogs, I was vlogging and the stethoscope broke. So I couldn't use it anymore. So at that point, my mom had got me a Littman. It gets the job done. It's amazing, actually. I noticed a big difference. You want to get a stethoscope that's going to work. Not work, because of course they're all going to work, but one that has like, let me say this. So the first stethoscope I had that was provided by the school, it wasn't the best, and like I was already because it was my first semester, I was already struggling to find the heartbeat. So, and I feel like that just hindered me more, because if I were to listen off like the stethoscopes that were at the school, I would have no problem. But when I would use that stethoscope, it was like it wasn't detecting, or like it wasn't picking up the sound. But with this Littman, I've already did a review on this, so if you haven't watched it, go check it out. But with this Littman, it really, like, it's gonna pick up the sound, and I haven't really had a problem with it since I've had it. So yeah, definitely get you a stethoscope, girl, because you're gonna need it. But okay, guys, that's the top 5 things that I feel like you must have in nursing school to be successful. But I'm sure there's people out here that don't have half this stuff and they're still successful, but I feel like you should have it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, stay up, stay with it, and I'll see you guys in the next video.